Welcome back, everybody, to my slow descent into madness. Today we're going to finish up this painting and work on the lollipop. But before I continue babbling about this lollipop, I need you guys to hear how my 2-year-old says it.
Lollipop, lollipop.
She's so cute. Moving on from that, did you notice how I painted a bunch of color on here and then painted over it in white? Yeah, that's because I didn't put a base layer of paint down first. There's a reason I do underlayers on all of my paintings. For example, on this chameleon, I did like a purple and blue underlayer before I even put any scales on, and that's because the paint has something to stick to better. And so I didn't do that here. I got lazy and I got in a hurry and was just like, yeah, it doesn't matter. So I just started painting the color blobs on there and then realized it looked streaky and uneven and terrible. And so eventually I knew I had to repaint over all of it, so I just chose white so that it would be an even layer on the bottom. And that just goes back to my slow descent into madness, guys, because at this point in the painting, I do love this painting, but I was over it. I didn't want to keep going because, fun fact about me, I'm not good at coloring books, guys, okay? I'm not. I don't like coloring in the lines. I don't like being careful with my brush strokes. That might surprise you, but it's just the truth of my life. So this was hard for me, staying inside all of the lines that I had to have clear cut, fine, clean lines. And I had to go over and repaint each color block at least 3 times, at least. Some of them I had to repaint more. So that was a lot of fun, especially considering what you see here. None of these colors came out of the tube. I mixed them. I didn't make enough paint oftentimes for it to go on as thick as I wanted it to, so I had to keep stopping and remixing the paint, and it just, I mean, I went insane. It was crazy. It took way too long and I was just really over it. Next, I had to go through and do a shadow in between all of the different rings of the lollipop, but because I have so many different colors, I didn't want to just do one color shadow. So what I did is I took the original color that I had mixed a little bit of a darker color into it. So for like the pink, I mixed a little bit of purple. For the green, I mixed a little bit of blue. For the yellow, I mixed a little bit of orange, and then I went and individually did all of those shadows. Then I did the same thing with the highlights, except opposite. So with a little bit of lighter color, and there are 7 colors. Because I did all of this one at a time, I stopped to do this a lot to make sure that I had done all of the color that I was working on. So that was fun. Looking back after completing a project like this, I always find it hilarious how much I hype myself up beforehand, thinking, oh, this is not going to be that big a deal. I can do this. This is easy. A lollipop, that's easy. I got this. And then I have to face it and go, this is hard. I don't know what I was thinking. But that's how you grow, right? With this being all done, the only thing left to do was to sign it and put it in the sunshine. Meet Gerald and his lollipop. Look into his eyes. Feel the judgment. Feel the desperation to keep hold of his candy. Feel the joy. Anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and follow for more. Please consider sharing with your friends. Liking or commenting helps me out a lot. See you next time.
Bye.
It doesn't get old. Okay, bye.